I was not prepared for the anger and the animosity that we were going to get this episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 2. Baby, the mamas were pressed over the order that this stand-up comedy challenge was put in here. People were really not feeling it. They were feeling it at the beginning of the episode, but once someone had the power, she used it responsibly. We need to get into this episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 2, Stoned on the Runway. It's your boy Matty Rants. Cue my theme music. Listen. Yeah! Hey everybody, once again, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, this one, share this video with your friends, kins, and even your enemies, and then some, and subscribe to the channel. Become a part of my Rant Pack family. And I thank you so much for those who are already a part of it. What's up, my Rant Pack? What it do? Let's go ahead and get through my social media so we can get into this episode. Now, you can find me at Matty Rants on both Facebook, Instagram, Cameo, and TikTok. I am bookable. I saw someone had a birthday request. I'm going to get to it a little bit later today. And also, you can find me at Twitter at THE Matty Rants. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, please and thank you. That's Cash App, $Matty Rants, Venmo, Matty-Rants, and PayPal.me/Matty Rants. Go! Because we got to talk about some stuff here. I'm trying to give you good angles here. The drama was real tonight. I was here for it a little bit, but also I get where everyone's coming from, but they can't be mad at somebody for making the decision that they made, especially when they don't have nothing and they're trying to make it to a final. Like, come on now. Also, with this being a stand-up comedy challenge, we really see who the funny queens are. Dawn French is a guest judge. All right, let's go ahead and get into this week's episode. After Sister exited the competition, 5 queens remain and they've walked back into the workroom feeling themselves, especially Miss Ahura, who's got 2 badges and is ready for a 3rd. Everybody's sort of going through, okay, we got this far, y'all. We got this many, we got this many, we got this many. Ellie. T. Now, Ellie jumps in this conversation a little bit like, now I see we're the top 5. Did y'all even see me coming here? Did you see me making it to this level? Which Ahura responds, well, yeah, we saw you making it here, love, but I honestly thought she could be the next one to go home. Oh, okay. Everybody's looking at her like, where's your badge? You haven't won anything. You're either high, safe, or somewhat low. Actually, I don't think Ellie's ever been really low. I think she's just made it kind of like bare safe and a little bit high. Or maybe one time she was close to lip-syncing. But interesting. Now this is going to play out the rest of the episode. I promise you. If you think that this was the last time they were going to talk about this, you are wrong. You're so wrong. You have so much more to look forward to. I was like, it's everybody versus Ellie Diamond. Poor Ellie. This kind of sucks to not have a badge, to be this close to a top 3 or top 4 situation. And you need to go in with some metalware, you know, some sort of hardware needs to be on your shoulder. It's like, Taste, you ain't won no solos yet, mama, so that's why you didn't see Taste going in too deep. It was like, girl, you low-key got one from the bing and the bang and the bong, okay? It's really Ahura and Lawrence that are going to be dragging Miss Ellie this episode, and Taste kind of sits back a little bit because it really isn't that big of a deal. It's all for shits and giggles, but some people took this very, very seriously because, honey. The next day happens, that conversation still continues forward. Okay, it's the next day. What do you think is going to happen here? Ellie, you still don't have any badges? I'll need to stop underestimating me. I can do my own wigs. I can do my own outfits. I can do my own makeup. Okay, requirements for drag. All right, which low-key. But it's still like, damn, let this baby go. Whatever's going to happen this week is going to happen. We're going to see. We going to see. That's what we gonna do. RuPaul walks up into this workroom. How you doing, sister? And gives them their first mini challenge. This mini challenge requires them to give a macho dragness, to give a butchable, not a lunchable, a butchable performance to Kitty Girl. They would give him Kitty Girl. It's like, okay. Some people ease into this a little better than others. My baby Bimini, not so much. The mini challenge was a mess. It was a good old mess, though. I found it enjoyable. That song, Kitty Girl, with them looking the way they did. I thought Taste did a really good job, although it was very beans on toast. Lawrence, I thought, did good, too. Bimini was Bimini. Ahura looked great, too. I thought that leather outfit was pretty good. Ellie Diamond was going for the more androgyny feel, very Boy George. Where else do you want me to go with this? It was a lot. And not a lot at the same time. But Ellie Diamond wins the mini challenge. Ooh, what could this mean? Because normally when they win a mini challenge, there is something that is given that can help them in their next journey. Main Maxi challenge is given at this point. The queens are doing stand-up comedy, and it needs to be based on relationships, love life, things of that nature. You know, all the stuff that you either are really good at or are not having too much luck with. This guy right here. Because Ellie won the mini challenge, Ellie can choose the order of the stand-up. Who knew it was gonna go left so quickly? The queens are all thinking about what they're gonna say. For some, it's gonna be difficult. Like, Taste is not a really relationship person. We get into that a little bit later on in the episode. We'll talk about that in also a minute. But when Ellie comes up with the order, ooh. All right, here we go. So Ellie decides to put Ahura first as the opener. Behind Ahura will be Ellie. In the middle of this is going to be Bimini. You could do a lot with the middle. It's like, okay, it's the middle of the show. It's like peak or down. You can either make it a mountain or you can just do what you can do with it. Lawrence then follows Bimini, and Taste is closing. That order was trash. That order was trash. So with that order being trash, that has caused Ahura's fillers to fall out, and it's caused Lawrence to upchain the asshole and speweth a lot of shit because Mama is pissed. Now, mind you, let's say the two funniest people are Bimini and Lawrence, which is the truth. And Ellie knew that because once it was asked who you think is low and who you think is high, it was Bimini and Lawrence, of course, are the higher ones. We don't even need to say Taste and Ahura's name to being the lowest. And even Taste and Ahura should know better at this point. Y'all ain't the comedy queens. You're funny, but you're not comedians. So Ahura is like, basically, you shaded me, you threw me up here in the front, and basically to send me home. So fuck you, bitch. You were just dragging her 2 minutes ago, Miss Thing. You were just dragging her 2 minutes ago, Miss Thing. What'd you want to happen? So you can giggle and joke with this girl and call her all kinds of, you ain't nobody, but she can't put you up to the challenge. Okay. And Lawrence, if you're so funny, why are you pressed that you're in this position? You got to follow Bimini. I thought you were funnier than Bimini. Aren't you? Are you not? Are you not funnier than Bimini? Are you insecure about your own comedy? See, this is where I was like, okay, Ellie, while this was fucked up, this is the game. You got to play the game to win. You don't got no goddamn badges. This bitch got 3, she got 2, she got 2, she got 1. Do what you need to do. Do whatever you need to do to make it to where you need to go. Because this is a competition. Fuck them hoes. That's how I was like the whole time watching it. I was like, fuck them. Fuck them. Do what you got to do. So all that arguing that took place, all that, gotta get this right. Behind all that extra shit and this girl, fuck her, and she knew she was doing, and she's not a nice person. You're not a nice person. Now I know who you are. It was like, what? What are we doing? What are we doing here? You would have done the same thing. What are we gonna do? Well, I'm not gonna be mean, so I'm gonna put these people first and behind, and such and such and such and such. You still would have placed Ellie in a position for her to fail. So stop. Y'all all wanted her to go, and you would have had your badges going in. All T. You want that Bing Bang Bong group to make it to the top 4. All T. All T. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to Alan Carr with the great advice for the comedy bit. and then get into some deep conversations that happened before they hit the runway, talk about the actual comedy challenge itself, the stoned on the runway, and get into this Untucked and this lip sync. I felt so bad for Ellie. She was feeling so bad, but she's like, it's a competition. Even Taste was like, Taste is closing the show. And was like, yeah, it's shitty, but whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, I don't understand. And also, Bimini was like, well, wherever you put me, I'll do whatever. Now, Alan Carr is actually really helpful. I don't know if I don't know if the consultation with Ellie was as helpful, but I think Alan was pretty spot on with everybody. With Ahura, I mean, we already saw where this was gonna go. Very nasty. The fact that it was blocked on the BBC or even on World of Wonder, because normally they let them say whatever they want to say, and we hear all the swear words and stuff like that. Never been beeped. Never been bleeped. But I think they have on certain occasions, but it's been like, I don't know what they're saying that's being bleeped. I'd love to know. I want to know what's so vulgar, honestly. Like, I was like, what did she say? What's happening here? Either way, Ahura is being slutty and Alan's blushing, and it's like, okay, let's see if we can work on that. When it came to Ellie, the alter ego with the voice bit, Alan said to work on. I don't know if this was something that could be worked on in one day, though, because that needed to have its own storyline and progression through, and it did not. Then we get to Bimini. Bimini's fucking hilarious. Again, someone who I did not see doing well this season. From their promo look to the first episode, I said, I just don't know how this is going to go. But each and every episode, Bimini has become my favorite, my absolute favorite. And this runway tonight was fucking amazing. But we'll continue. Bimini did a good job. Lawrence went up there. Lawrence did a good job. Just work on how you're doing your stories, love, because you go into these long-winded routines. We'll see you in a second. And then Taste. Taste to me is one of those people who is just funny. You know, like how Alyssa's really funny, but Alyssa can't put a comedy routine together because Alyssa's just Alyssa. It's like that with Taste for me, personally, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. I find her hilarious, but it's like, okay, if she's going to put a bit together, I think she'd have to do a little bit more work to make sure it flowed well versus, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that in a second. Either way, Alan was doing his best with everybody. I thought he did a good job. Alan's fun. I love Alan. Now, when we get back into the workroom, that's when we start to have our conversations. I hope they're still not mad at me. Oh, she's a bitch. You know, all that kind of stuff. We're going to have to just try our best in this competition. Whoop, 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 whoop. We get to Taste, and we get to a storyline moment here. Now, I got concerned because I said, oh, girls, my baby Taste about to be leaving this competition here. But no, this has a lot to do with with Taste being uncomfortable with talking about relationships and love because Taste hasn't really been in relationships like that. And this comes from having that trust being broken from somebody who they first started talking to when they were 18. Took 2 coaches. I don't know what that means. Is that trains for my UK people? Was it a bus? Is that a bus? I wasn't taking the bus for somebody, child. No, the struggle can't live if it's good. No, everybody gets around differently, but I'm just saying, 18, you was on your way to go see this dude who was fine. It was like, yes, it's about to be on. Y'all have a great date. He's looking good. The dick is right. Pound, thank you, noun. And then you get back home, and then you end up finding out that this man gave you gonorrhea and chlamydia. Goddamn, Taste. That has to suck. I'm glad all that cleared, but at the same time, that's your first person who you're going to experience something with. They didn't use protection, and that ended up being the outcome from that situation. So Taste's trust was broken, and it's been difficult for them since then to, I guess, pull that back together again. And of course, Ahura and them allude to messing around and stuff, and they're really good best friends. But for Taste, love is a struggle. Taste, I totally feel you. Even for me right now, like, I want to be in something and I would like to start talking to somebody, but it's so difficult now for me to communicate with others because Matty 10 years ago dating and Matty now, no. Whole nother story. Heart goes out to Taste. I hope that Taste finds love. Taste is gorgeous. I know the self-confidence thing, but I know it all. Honey, that mirror and me be talking, okay? Before we get to the runway, let's talk about the comedy routines themselves and how I thought this was cute and funny that the audience was made up of just random objects stuffed with t-shirts and pictures of people's faces on them, and the judges. So the judges were responsible for the majority of the laugh track. We know RuPaul can throw out a laugh for no apparent reason at any given time. And a lot of times that happened because this was a little awkward for me. I was laughing with some of it, but other parts I was like, why are they giggling? That wasn't funny. Now with the horror, for me, the issue with the horror was the pacing. It was like going through sand. It was very joke, and then that's how it went for me. I did not care for a horror set. It had funny moments. It was the pacing was just really slow and do vulgarity. So I think that's where a horror messed up. We all love jokes about cum and penises and all that kind of good stuff, but at the same time, it's like, okay, where is this going? Because I need a little bit more of an in-depth conversation about your relationship history besides you and your Nana sharing some disgusting moment that I didn't get to hear because it was censored. Ellie Diamond, you are very, very, very lucky that you were safe this week because mama, that shit was not cute at all. I didn't see what was funny about that. Pacing was a big issue with me when it came to Ellie Diamond. Like, it's like, here's the joke, 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 rah, 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 rah. Here's the joke, here's the joke, here's the joke, here's the joke, rah, rah, rah. It was so quick. It was like, why are we running away? Like, what's happening here? Like, was there a lot that she had to say? So she just wanted to make sure that, okay, if I do this and I do this, I can get it in there. Like, I had an issue with that. I did. I had an issue. I did think there was a couple of jokes that did land with Ellie that were kind of funny, but again, pacing was definitely a problem. Pacing was huge. Like, just sounded like she was almost out of breath every time she was speaking. Like, just so excited. Now, Bimini did well. Bimini did well. Even when it was like, okay, some of the jokes were, it needed some time to set up a little bit, the setups were fine. And also, not a joke, just a fact. Not a joke, just a fact. That was great. It kept on including the previous jokes. Like, you know how everything sort of connects together? That's what that did. When it kept on, not a joke, just a fact. Boom, onto here. Boom, onto here. Bimini had a layout and a plan. It was done well. It was executed perfectly. And she looked fucking gorgeous up there. So I was very much here for Bimini this week. Lawrence Chaney. Lawrence was doing good. And then Lawrence stopped being good. That was Lawrence Chaney for this challenge. It was very because once the joke hit, okay, funny. But then we get into this long story. And this long story. And you know this queen, and you know me, and you know, it was like, oh, girl, if you don't get to this, oh, there it is. Okay, we're waiting again. Okay, here goes this story. Could you get me a popcorn? Small. I don't, not the large, honey. I gotta use the back. On the kernels, yeah. Oh, and a lemonade. They got hot dogs? Oh, bitch, give me a foot long. See, that would have been me. I'd have been ordering food at the concession stand. But Lawrence wasn't bad. It just, the stories went, the song, it just kept on going on. It just kept going on and on. And last and not least is Taste. Taste, oh, you were so close, girl. Like, I promise you, the way it started out, I was like, oh my God, Taste is doing well. This isn't an issue. This is actually really good. Holy, oh, crap. Mama, your profile was the shot. Do you feel what I'm saying? This is all we saw. This is all we saw. And a little bit down. That's it. And then, oh, it just took a minute to get some jokes out. And then some of them you just didn't get to because you just said, we'll talk about that another time. And I was mad because I was like, fuck. This was going well. This was actually decent. It was decent. She looked good, really good too. But it was just like, fuck. Oh, I felt bad for Taste because it was going somewhere. It just didn't, like, Taste didn't have confidence to let it keep going. But yeah, that's what I thought of the comedy routines. Let's go ahead and get into this runway. Bring it to the runway. Runway. Bring it to the runway, please. Clap, clap. Category is Stoned on the Runway. We'll start with the judges first. Michelle, you look great. Alan, fabulous. Dawn French, pussy. I'm kidding. No, she looked everything. I love Dawn French. But RuPaul, I love you in gold. And this velvet gold dress is, was kind of everything to me. This is another simple silhouette moment from Rue, but these classic moments from Rue are actually the best moments to me, not when she's trying to do this extra. And I love this wig color, and the makeup was right. So puss puss, RuPaul, you did it again. Always and forever. Stun. Now, let's go ahead and get to this runway. Up first is Ahura giving drippin' and diamonds. Literally, IV drip and diamonds. Okay. A very well embellished bodysuit. Very well embellished. The wig is interesting. I'm okay with the wig. I'm okay with it. I'm not like, oh, everything. I'm okay with the wig. It gives me, it low-key give me Players Club. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm okay with this look. I thought she looked good. I thought the IV with it, the dripping and diamonds bit, the concept itself, I appreciate and I like. Is this my favorite look from Ahura? That was last week. But this is a good one. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Next up is Ellie Diamond. Oh, I get to finally have, okay, now I get to talk. Remember last week when I was saying to myself, if this baby comes out in some sort of silhouette that we've already seen before, I'm going to lose my grip. And she didn't. Now, Ahura felt like it was similar earlier in the episode. And she's like, well, I feel like I've seen this before, or I expected you to come out in this. This is what I expected her to come out in last week. This kind of silhouette. That high skirt, shoulder moment with the arms, a little bit of a body leotard underneath that's embellished, and them high boots. That's what I expected. Is this a bad look? No. Is it expected? Yes. I like you, Ellie Diamond. I actually love you a lot. I think the mug is always right. But this is something I've seen many of times this season, the same kind of silhouette. I'm not shading Ellie Diamond, y'all. I'm just saying, I was expecting this. This is a good look, but I was expecting this. One more time. A good look. Expected. The wig is right, the makeup is done, but this is, I've seen her. I know who she is. This is an Ellie Diamond exclusive. Like, if I saw anybody else wearing this shit, I'd be like, did Ellie make it? You know what I mean? Ooh, next up is Bimini Bon Boulash. Bop, bop, bop. Oh, now this is an excellent way to give an interpretation of a runway theme and just do it like on your own. This is pussy, this is fashion, this is, life. She literally has jewels or stones that have been encrusted, literally, on her face as acne, and with this beautiful jacket that gives almost like this outbreak sort of feel, and it's all over the shoes, up through the whole entire look. The wig is right, that entire haircut, I live for it. It's so, Bimmy, this is everything. All I could do was just scream at my TV, like, oh, like, oh, yes, everything. You kill it. Like, that first episode, I don't even go back to no more. It's been clear running from here on out. I'm here for it. Bimmy, this is puss. Down. Next up is Lawrence Chaney giving us I want to think of some sort of TV show or cartoon this could be perfectly referenced into, y'all, and it's really, I can picture it. I just can't think of the show. Please comment section. I want to hear what you have to say with this one. Who does Lawrence give you? In any sort of show, cartoon, comic, anything. Oh, I can picture it. I just can't think of the name. Anyways, let me get to Lawrence here. Bodysuit, stoned down pussy house boots. The headpiece is my favorite part of this. I think the shape and everything, the way that this fits is really great for Lawrence. It's not my favorite thing that Lawrence has done, but I will say the face makeup, the headpiece alone is stunning. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing. The bodysuit does not wow me. I think the bodysuit is very nicely done, but I'm not like, oh, okay. Like, you know, it's okay, cool. The boots, but this here, all of this, all of this is everything. It's so good. So good. Okay, but so good. So yeah, this is a split for me, but I'm more so saying very well done, Lawrence, because of how it all came together. But to me, the selling point is the makeup and the headpiece. Absolutely. Lawrence, that walk is horrible, girl. You be... I be thinking Lawrence be dancing at the time. Hey, my arms be moving, sister. Ah. Oh, I love Lawrence. Last and not least is Miss Taste. Taste, you are so puss. It is... The wig, right. The makeup, right. The outfit, right. The only thing I didn't like is I could see the tights or the stockings, excuse me, that are pulled all the way up past damn near the belly button here. And it's so noticeable because of how it's billowed over. You know how it has that little, like the big, thick white line across the body? I think if she put something on that area specifically to hide it, it would have done more for this look. However, I think this is still fucking puss. Like, I was very much here for Taste. I was. And Taste can walk the house down, mom. I get my life when I see Taste. And that Taste looked great. I just wanted that one thing fixed. But I loved the entire concept of this look and how this was giving very, like, model fashion show, but also, like, some sexy warrior, some random video game tease. So I was very much here for it. Judging was interesting, and of course everybody had their critiques here and there. You know, it was very clear on who was going to be, you know, fine and who wasn't going to be. Bimini was a clear, you are going to win. Lawrence, it was like, I don't know, and then, you know, everybody else was more so, we were hoping for, but no. And this was, but no. Untucked, though. Dear God. Oh, I can't even look at you right now, Ellie. I can't even look at you. The way you just did. You're so not a nice person. You're a terrible, terrible person. I hate you, Ellie. You just did my life so dirty. And Lawrence, Ellie, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. Like, this is a game, but I'm just trying to do this. No, don't you even speak. This is Lawrence now. Don't even. You know what you were doing. You intentionally wanted to send a whore home and put her in place. It was a lot. Taste is sitting back there like, girl. It's like competition. Like, I went last. Do you see me freaking out? Bimini is like, I mean, girl, it is what it is. Like, we already had this moment. Why are we going here? But a whore was so pissed off because she already knew that she was going to be in the bottom. And if Taste was going up there with her, it was going to be one, And Lawrence, you had a whole lot of energy for safe. You did. You did not get horrible critiques at all. So that, I understand that you were feeling your pressure and you weren't feeling Ellie like apologizing or whatever the fuck you want to call it, or giving some sort of explanation to you and saying this is why. But on a real note, that's a lot of energy for safe. It was a lot. And again, I feel bad for Ellie. Ellie is sitting back there crying, trying to like diffuse the situation while Lawrence and a whore are just dragging her. But it's a competition, girl. You was gonna get fucked over either way. Some kind of way you was gonna get put in a position where you was gonna be trash. And Ellie, you shouldn't feel bad for the decision that you made. You did what needed to be done to make it to the top 4, and that's what happened, honey. What if you had just made that shit sandwich that Lawrence was trying to have you make? Your Scotland sister sitting over here talking about she's supposed to be my friend. Okay, then think about what her position is with no badge, bitch. And still ain't got no badge. Trying to make it to the top 4. Come on now. Untucked was a hoop to me. And let's go ahead and finish this up, kids. The queens return back to the stage and we get a winner. And of course, by no surprise to any of us here, Bimini Bon Boulage, you got your 3rd win, girl. Three's the charm. Girl, she's matching Lawrence. And that, oh, you better get in. Bimini wins. Lawrence is safe. Oh, thank you, Rue. All that yelling backstage for no reason, girl. You was fine. Shut your ass up. I like you, Lawrence, but shit. That leaves Ellie Diamond, Taste, and a horror in the bottom 3. Ellie Diamond, you are safe. Oh, it's the lover's quarrel. We're gonna have a lip sync between Taste and a horror. Duly called it. I swore it was gonna be Ellie. Maybe that I got the wrong information, but I'm telling you now, I think it should have been. So the tongue and the ass, the tongue and the ass are now lip syncing against each other, okay? It is a Dusty Springfield song. So are you expecting to be wowed over and entertained with a bucking routine? No, bitch. Dusty Springfield's You Don't Have to Say You Love Me. I know this song from Quentin Tarantino, like from I forget what movie it's in, but those doom, 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 dum, dum, dum. Borrowed that whole sample. Many hip hop songs that sample's been borrowed. Either way, I know a lot of people were feeling some kind of way because they were like, that's not fair. Like, how is that possible? Y'all, Taste wiped her. Taste wiped Ahura. And Ahura still is upset that she's in the bottom. Still was crying, visibly upset through the whole thing. Like, you could feel it. Like, she was visibly lip-syncing upset. And that's why there was a problem with the performance to me. I thought Ahura did a good job, but man, do not get in the ring with Taste because you're going to get knocked out, bitch. The way she continues this eye contact, the emoting on beat, it's so surreal to me. I love it. I was so entertained. I would have been tipped. All my money out of my pocket. Taste is a beast when it comes to lip syncing. I'm sorry. Y'all wanted a lip sync assassin? Tia, it was almost in your coffee, but it's all about the taste. Corny today. Yeah, so Taste honestly did a really great job. There were just so many. The camera loved her. The camera really did. And I thought Ahura was fighting for it, but even I hear somebody now, Matt, it was Ahura's first time. It's not fair. It was Taste's second or third time down there. Baby, RuPaul rewards those who she is entertained by and that she can see going to the next step. She clearly thought Ahura's time was done. But honestly, Ahura did a good job this season. She got 2 wins going for herself. Only had to lip sync once. We heard you. Ahura, you did a good job this season. I also went from disliking you intensely to somewhat liking you kind of a lot. I really did like you a lot after we got to know you a little bit better this season. There's still a couple of things I'm like, But I like Ahura, and I had a good time with her, and this was a good run. Wouldn't mind seeing her on All Stars. Very much that. Ladies and gentlemen and everybody in between, or anybody that doesn't go by anything, we are to our top 4 for Drag Race UK Season 2. Lawrence Chaney, Ellie Diamond, Bimini Bon Balash, and Taste. I'm excited for it. I still don't know if it's going to be a top 3 or top 4 situation here because it wasn't like they said, we're on to the grand finale. That was not uttered out of RuPaul's mouth, so we'll see. But yeah, tell me what you thought of this week's episode. Who was your favorites on the runway in the comedy challenge? What did you think of the episode as a whole? What did you think of the drama? What did you think of the judging? What did you think of RuPaul's dress and her wig and her outfit and everything else? Y'all know what to do in the comment section here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for supporting your boy in this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to share and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Matty Rants. We got Drag Race Season 13 finally back. It's going to be Snatch Game. I will have that review out tomorrow, Saturday. And then Sunday, we have a special panel happening. It's going to be at our normal regular times, which is 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Central, and 5 p.m. Eastern. That's our Sunday schedule. We don't change it for nobody. Wilma Fingerdew from the Wilma Fingerdew Show is going to be on the channel. If you're familiar with Wilma, she has her YouTube channel where she also reviews Drag Race and other shows as well. And I'm a big fan of Wilma Fingerdew. We've been fans of each other since our own inception. So I'm so happy to have my Canadian sister on the show with us this Sunday. It's going to add a whole nother perspective. Yes, we have a lot to talk about in the panel. I am aware of that Lil Nas X exposing Tekashi 6ix9ine junk. So much to discuss. And I can't wait to do it. Plus, the finale of WandaVision is today. It's Friday, as I'm filming and editing this. So we'll be talking about that as well. I'm very, very excited for the panel, for Drag Race Season 13, for this weekend in general. Thanks again for tuning in. Thumbs up, share, subscribe, donate, anything, everything. All my love to you. I appreciate every single one of you. So hugs and kisses, my best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants. I'll see you next time for some more Drag Race UK Season 2 reviews. Oh, and Pose is coming out in May. So those reaction videos will be back up again in just a few months, kids. And I'm so excited. excited. Okay, talk to you later. Poos, poos. Listen, in words. Stop. Bye.